Weather 8 for the most accurate forecast in the Ozarks.
Well, Jamie, we're dealing with the heat. We can feel the humidity. Now I'm just waiting to see the storms.
Yeah, and we are, I think, in line to see some thunderstorm activity overnight tonight. Right now, though, you can't find anything like that in our area. It's quiet. There's a good reason for that. We've got a cap in place. That's that warm, dry layer of air, oftentimes about a mile off the surface, and it prevents much in the way of cloud development. That's why we've had mostly sunny skies, and that's why it's been quiet despite that combination of heat and humidity that oftentimes drives thunderstorm development. We are finding some thunderstorms starting to break out here north of I-70. Now, I think this activity is going to drop off to the southeast. Also watching this little pocket of clouds and showers, a little pocket of upper level energy. So that may ignite some thunderstorm activity across that area of northeast Kansas near the Kansas City area. That's also where we have a frontal boundary draped. So there are certainly some ingredients that should lead to some storm development northeast Kansas and in northwest Missouri heading into this evening. Now, notice when we take a look at our instability, because we've mixed out some of that low-level moisture, instability levels aren't terribly high over southern Missouri. They are much higher as you head west into Kansas and Oklahoma. And thunderstorms want to develop into the instability. So, you know, looking at tonight's pattern, it's really kind of tough to be very specific with where thunderstorms will want to move. Kind of depends on where they start out. So it looks like at this stage they start out in this general area, and they may want to try to develop across southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, and eastern Kansas and northeast Oklahoma, closer to that corridor of higher instability. This is also where we have our highest risk for some severe weather overnight tonight, an enhanced risk. Now, again, the Storm Prediction Center, like I said yesterday, kind of broad brushing the area because of the uncertainty as to exactly where these clusters of storms are going to want to set up. But anything that is able to fire up and get going is going to have the capability of producing hail and eventually also some strong winds. Now, I think the wind is probably going to be the most widespread severe weather threat tonight, and that threat is going to be highest north of I-44 over west central Missouri. There's also going to be a hail threat with storms that initially develop especially, and it looks like the highest threat for large hail, maybe up to ping pong ball size, would be closer to the Kansas City area, and then that threat drops off the further south and southeast you get away from Kansas City. Now, I want to show you this forecast. Again, the model data, it's so varied, even one particular model, but we've got a bunch of models to look at. But I want you to get the general idea of how this evening and overnight will progress. I think the activity that we're finding north of I-70, that's going to head toward the St. Louis area. It's going to be this activity that we find developing by maybe 8, 9 o'clock up toward Kansas City, maybe back toward I-35. That will be the activity to watch as it tries to develop southeast and south across our area overnight tonight. And it looks like by morning, most of it will have moved out, although I think there's still going to be some lingering showers and thunderstorms, at least across northern Arkansas. Much of Thursday looks quiet, but we'll probably do it again, at least over southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, with another round of scattered storms later Thursday night. Temperatures tonight dropping off into the low 70s. Highs tomorrow, it's going to be hot again. Looks like highs generally in the low to mid 90s, expecting a high of about 94 in Springfield. Again, it looks like we will have that threat of storms again, especially Thursday night into Friday morning, and then again Friday night into Saturday morning. The weekend, I think we dry things out across the area. It stays seasonably hot with highs around 90. Better chance for storms early next week, and then it gets real hot again with highs back up near 100 by Wednesday. Guys?
All right, Jamie. Inflation, Scott.